So I'm out here at the Organ Garden, and we are standing in the Conifer section of the Organ Garden, and I'm here with Doug, who is a part of the American Conifer Society, right?
Yes.
How long have you been with them?
I've been a member for about 15 of their 30 years.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
And then you've also, almost from the beginning when this garden started, you've also been volunteering and working here as well.
The Conifer Garden curatorship, if you will, was handed to me my second year of volunteering here. I was very pleased about that.
And so I wonder back then, because I remember looking at this place when it first opened, how many conifers roughly were put into this garden at the time?
I'd say in the neighborhood of 300 or maybe a little less than that.
And are all of those still available to be seen, or have some of them been changed out and taken away
Some
now?
of them were fast-growing, large trees that were, I deemed, inappropriate for a 1 acre garden.
Right, yeah, because that can get covered quickly with big trees.
That's right, you bet.
So then what is the amount that are in here now currently about?
In the neighborhood of 900 or so trees.
Wow. And then tell me what it is that you like about this conifer garden out here. What is it that you find interesting and intriguing?
Well, I enjoy doing a garden where I can meet people. I think most gardeners would like to show people their garden, and this, I feel like this is my garden, though the ownership truly is not mine, but it's I like to help people find trees that they're interested in.
Right. And you have so much knowledge about them that you've kind of become an expert in the field of coniferous plants. So that helps people get the information that they're seeking to begin with and get it right.
On some level,
yes. On some level. Well, here's one level.
Yeah.
Tell me about this plant behind you a little bit. We call it a cedar. It isn't though, right?
No, this isn't. This displays a typical overlapping scale foliage, which we find on cypresses. This is an Oregon native cypress called Cupressus nootkatensis. And it works out very nicely for garden applications because
really beautiful.
It's rather narrow, has a small enough footprint that it can be used in a home garden.
And then right behind me though, this actually is a true cedar, right?
All cedars, of which there are arguably either 3 or 4, we'll leave that to the experts, have needles. They have bunches of needles.
And they're pokey.
They have sharp tipped needles.
Yeah.
And this happens to be a deodar cedar, which is native to western Himalayas and northern India.
So then, Doug, do you think that the confusion just comes from a lack of understanding of the names of the plants?
I think it's just information that was handed down.
Right. And so you're one of those people that helps us clarify all that, right?
If you think it's important, I'm happy to
help out.
help out with that. Right.
Well, you also have another plant that we're going to talk about, so let's take a walk over there and talk about that one. Okay, Doug, so this was the plant you wanted to show us, and it's because it's got a thing called a witch's broom on it. First of all, tell me what that term means, witch's broom.
It's a name that we like to use that has been outmoded by science, but it refers to a mutation on a plant that is clearly visible. This witch's broom represents a new set of genetics that is separate from the mother plant.
So then let me make it clear that I understand. This is the actual plant that was planted to grow.
Yes.
This is the weirdness that happens with a witch's broom on this plant, right?
Exactly.
And do we know why that happens? Do we understand the science behind it?
There are some ideas on that. I don't think there's an accepted idea yet, but we think it might have something to do with radiation with a certain wavelength of light.
Wow.
Since these are found a little more often at elevation, that would indicate some light difference.
So this is a great example then, right here in the conifer part of the garden, on what happens in this process with conifer plants.
This gives you an idea, if you wish to find a brand new tree, what you should be looking for. Most brooms, even though the plant that will evolve from them might look unique, most brooms look very similar.
Huh, really?
Yeah, they're all,
It's kind of a clustering then, a tightness of it.
it's the length of the internode. On the mother plant, 2, 3, 4 inches. On the witch's broom,
Much
all
smaller.
internodes less than an inch.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, you know,
Yeah.
I could stay here and talk all day with him about this stuff. I find it fascinating. So, you know, if you love conifers, they have a wonderful selection out here in the Conifer Garden and Oregon Garden. Come on out, and maybe if you're really lucky, you'll see Doug there and be able to ask him all the questions about conifers that you have. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate it.
Thank you.